first video of Game Gear. Today we will be talking about my first year with the PlayStation 5. When I first opened the box of the PlayStation 5 in June of 2022, I knew my year was about to change. You see, PlayStation has always been my favorite console brand, growing up with the PS3 and playing the PS4 when my dad got it, but the PS5 was different. Now that I am older and can play mature games, so I appreciate it a lot more. And those games look absolutely amazing on the PS5. Even the old PS4 games look good on it. I know a lot of people were skeptical with the look of the PS5, and I'll admit I was too upon first looking at it. But it grew on me really fast. Now I think it looks better than any other PlayStation. And if you have a PS5, then I highly suggest you get a good 4K 120Hz TV to go with it. It makes a big difference. Now let's talk about the UI of the PlayStation 5. I like it a lot because it reminds me of the PS3's UI, and it's very smooth looking, and the way you can access trophy is so much easier now for trophy hunters like me. And the fact that you can check your hours on the games you play is kind of satisfying. Now the games. My favorite games to play on the PS5 is God of War Ragnarok, both Insomniac Spider-Man games, and Batman Arkham Knight. I think God of War Ragnarok has an immersed scenery, the most interesting dialogue, and the best combat I have ever played. And what PlayStation fans haven't played the Spider-Man games? Personally, I think they tell a better story than the movies. Then there's Batman Arkham Knight, one of the best Batman games ever made. Even if the Batmobile is a little repetitive and Rocksteady could have added more stealth action, nonetheless, it will bring any Batman fan a warm and fuzzy feeling because it's Batman. I also really like the DualSense controller. All the new features feel nice, and it's a huge upgrade from the DualShock 4. All that to say, there are some issues I have found with the console and its components. For example, one problem with the PS5 is the storage. Right out the box, you get 825 gigabytes of storage. However, we get roughly 633 gigabytes available to actually use. Unfortunately, the system itself requires so much storage space for the PlayStation to run smoothly, even with connecting a hard drive to the system to hold our PS4 games, which allows us more space. But even that doesn't solve the problem and ends up costing the consumer more money. The SSD that is required to hold your PS5 games costs way too much, around $150 to $200 for a 2TB one. It sucks, but it's worth it if we want to hold more games. And that is my year one review of the PlayStation 5. I hope you enjoyed listening. Please consider subscribing and giving a like, and let me know in the comments on your thoughts on the PS5. And if you don't have one, tell me why you think you don't need one. This is Game Gear, signing out.